Coming up on Falcon Fever.
It has been an up-and-down roller coaster ride for the men's basketball team since we last met. Find out how.
And it's been a season of adjustment with a new coach for the women. Find out how they've made room for change. Coming up next.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, into the first episode of Falcon Fever in 2012. I am, of course, RJ Severtsgaard, and I have a familiar face to the program, Kasey Beasley, reporter turned anchor. It's nice to have you, Kasey.
Thank you, RJ. I'm looking forward to the spring. We've got a great season in store for you viewers.
That's right. Over the next few months, we'll bring you Falcon baseball, tennis, and golf.
RJ, aren't you forgetting something?
Did I forget a sport?
How are you, of all people, going to forget basketball? It's in full swing. The men's team is primed for a postseason run, while the women are holding their own in the Peach Belt Conference.
Well, okay. I guess with the men's basketball is where we'll start, as they are early in conference play.
Now, the guys have been ranked as high as number 20 in the national poll, and that has seemed to put a rather large bullseye on their back as they enter the second half of the season. So far
this January, the guys have played 6 games, winning 4 of those. The Falcons opened up in 2012 with a convincing win against Concordia Selma at home, 107-61. Demarcus catchings dropped 21 en route to the victory. The Falcons split their next road series, defeating UMC Pembroke 74-69 and falling to Francis Marion 60-49. Jonas Brown scored 29 points in that victory at Pembroke. DJ Rivera was back to his old self, scoring 22 as the Falcons held off Lander 77-67. On the 19th, UM fell just short of Armstrong Atlantic 79-75. The Falcons continue their great start in 2012 by shaking things up a bit down in Florida. The men led by 3 points at the half, but came out hot, putting up 61 points in the second half alone. Senior DJ Rivera led in scoring for the Falcons with 23, and Drico Hightower had his first double-double at UM with a solid 13 points, 12 rebounds, in the Falcons' win over Flagler 96-61. So let me take a moment real quick to reset the men's basketball season for you so far. Overall, the men are 14-4 with a 5-2 record in conference play. As Kasey said earlier, the Falcons grabbed the 20th spot in the national rankings, and they look to take that momentum into February on throughout March into the tournaments. DJ Rivera leads the team in scoring, averaging 24 points a game, and Jeff Hefner seems to be Mr. Consistency on the boards, grabbing almost 6 a game. The guys have won their last 3 out of 5. And moving on to the women's team, they seem to battle over the break, Kasey.
Yes. The girls, of course, are under the guidance of first-year head coach Cindy Hilbrick, and so far coach has gotten them to a 7-9 record, the same mark at this time last year under interim coach Brittany Godsey. Let's take a look at how the team has done so far in January. Despite Tiana Boxley's 18 points, the women started off 2012 on the road at UNC Pembroke 49-58. The Falcons got their first victory of the new year from the help of Tiffany McClure, who scored 15 en route to a 67-57 victory over Francis Marion. The Falcons lost the next 2 against Lander and Armstrong Atlantic, despite top performances from Tiana Boxley and Taylor Beverly. The women's basketball team tries to turn things around in Florida after a bittersweet start to the 2012 season. It was a hard-fought game for the Falcons while visiting Flagler College. UM led by 10 at the half and finished strong behind good performances from a trio of seniors. Davia Harris scored 14 points and grabbed 5 rebounds, while Tiffany McClure and Siobhan Seymour contributed 11 points each. Montevallo would bring some much-needed optimism home with a 58-55 win over the Saints. They shot 41% from the field. With a month of ups and downs behind them, the women are looking to come back and finish up the rest of the season strong. With Tiana Boxley leading the women, averaging 9 points a game, and Zena Nazalowski averaging 7 rebounds a game, they look to lead the women into the latter part of the season. The women's record is currently 7-9, and they're 2-5 in the Peach Belt Conference. The team looks to keep improving after a slow start in the month of January, winning only 2 of their last 5 games.
Well, folks, baseball season is almost here, and with that comes preseason All-American selections, and what do you know, 2 of our own Montevallo players were recognized. Congratulations to junior Austin Dubberly, who finished 2011 with a .352 batting average and looks to have another productive year in the infield for UM. Also selected was Chris Ross, who slugged it out in 2011 at a .405 batting average and belted 2 home runs last season. This is the first time second-year head coach Chandler Rose has had any preseason All-Americans at Montevallo. Well, Kasey, let's take some time now and check out some of the upcoming games Montevallo has. On the 26th, the men's team takes on 14-3 Pacers of USC Aiken. The 28th, the Falcons play Augusta State, and tip-off is set for 3:30 for that game. If you can't make it down to the SAC, no worries, because all the games are streamed live. Just simply search Montevallo Athletics at ustream.com.
And just before the guys, the women's host 14-2 USC Aiken on the 26th at 5:30. That night is Faculty and Staff Appreciation Night for both the men and women's teams. They will host those shortly before the games. The ladies continue their play Saturday the 28th against Augusta State. And don't forget, all live streams begin 5 minutes before tip-off. If you need more Falcon Fever, you can visit and see our past episodes and interviews online.
That's right, Kasey. You can log on to our YouTube channel to watch everything we have done previously by searching Montevallo for you. If you're a Facebooker or a tweeter, you can follow us at Falcon Fever.
And if you do tweet or leave a comment, we may just feature you in our next show. We like to show love to our viewers. And don't forget, for extended coverage of all Montevallo athletics, go to MontevalloFalcons.com, where you can see full stats, rosters, and other news.
And with that, Kasey, that is the first show of 2012.
It's hard to believe it's already the end.
Yep, it's time to rock and roll now, but we got to go. So for all you folks at home and Kasey Beasley, I am, of course, RJ Severtsgaard, and we're out of here.